Greetings, and welcome to Cinema Imagination, a series dedicated to showcasing the many possibilities that film can offer in narrative and aesthetics. My name is Esteban Rodriguez, and the film I chose to start off this journey is El Maestro Federico Fellini's magnum opus of his filmography, a work that during a period of the director's life, he had nothing else in his mind of an idea. Thus, the last option he had was to completely go inwards and create a work practically about himself. What came out of this brainstorm would be the film we all know as 8½. The story of famous film director Guido Anselmi, who during his next project, which is supposed to be a massive science fiction epic, has a stage of creative block and soon becomes a weaving of memories and dreams, all seemingly solely from his subconscious. Now, I say that this film is about Guido, but I should have really said that this film is about Fellini, for the character in fiction and the artist in reality here are one in the same. It is this most obvious point of inner creativity which I chose to begin this series, for if we are to understand the imaginary, we must first realize our own directly. For the strongest influence usually in any strong piece of work can be from what we instinctually remember.
Giù definitivamente.
From my memories, when I first watched the film for the first time, I described it to myself as the greatest self-indulgent film ever made. Back then, I meant it in the least derogatory way I could express, feeling how this film was a celebration of one's own imagination and fantasies. However, upon further inspection, I realized the foolishness of such a statement. For yes, while this film comes within one's own deep desires, the dreams are not simply those that wander aimlessly. They are in constant clashing with nightmares, with the insecurities of taboo issues on hedonism and debauchery, while still having a maintained relationship with friends and loved ones, as well as one's own religious views. All of this seen from Fellini's mind to us. In his own style of Fellini-esque imagery, 8½ is about that mixture of reality and fantasy. Life imitates art, and art imitates life. In this specific film, while many critics cite it as the moment Fellini completely abandoned the more grounded and Italian neo-realist inspired approach of his earlier films, one can also read the film as simply the only truthful way Fellini could have expressed himself, acknowledging his own shortcomings from his past and present, while still celebrating the beauty of life, because as much as he wants to criticize what is around him, he also loves what is around him, for that is what can be described as Fellini's perspective in one single aesthetic.
Signore? Signore, il bicchiere!
8½ on its surface can be seen as a labyrinth style of cinema that is this never-ending puzzle that will never be completed. But that kind of mentality is only in dreams. And why should we be dissecting dreams to the core? Of course, a lot of it is based on reality, but as I said before, it is that mixture which holds some truth that is part of our world. Even when seemingly out of ideas, when you have moments of insecurity, sometimes the best thing to do is to examine yourself and be inspired and critique the life that you have lived so far and what you take away from it. In regards to Fellini's film, that honesty of the duplicitous sides of his own life and his views on the world he imagined created a groundbreaking work of art, one that continues to inspire generations to look within themselves, for that can be everyone's first step.